Hi,
Hi.
with Marilyn Grimes of Courage to Change. Marilyn's the executive director
Yeah.
and founder of Courage to Change. And Marilyn, let's start off by just telling people what Courage to Change is.
Okay. Courage to Change is sober living. We're not treatment. We want people that have some sobriety, like 30 to 60 days, and they come into our house, and we try and help to give them a structured life. Our rules are set up so that we have community in the house, so that the clients work with each other. You know, they hold each other up and they build friendships. And community is an important thing, in recovery. You have to work at our house. So we want you to get into a regular schedule of that. You have to attend meetings, 3 a week.
Like 12-step meetings?
12-step meetings, sorry, yeah. They do have to attend one house meeting a week. And that's just to hash out the things that, may be going on, and communicate with each other all at one time. Then we have curfews, and we do drug testing. Um, and we like it if someone stays in IOP or therapy, especially therapy, because as you're going through the transitions of recovery, you run into things that are obstacles, and you need someone to talk. You've got AA and NA, but you also need one other person, I think, plus the community in the house. And our clients can stay up to a year. So, and we're not really expensive. We're only like $145 a week. So it gives them the ability also to save and just learn life skills, because they have to do chores. They have to just do a regular routine. And that's what we're trying to build, is community and changing your life like one step at a time. And a year is a good amount of time. If they can't find a place because of Bloomington being so hard, we'll let them stay longer than a year.
Yeah.
We work with them.
How many houses are there and how many clients do you currently have?
With 39 clients, we have 3 men's houses, which hold 8 each. 8's the maximum what we want to put in the house. And then we have 2 women's houses, and one has 5 and one has 8. And I think we've got another future house coming, but it'll probably be a men's house. We see the need for men more than we do for women, and that's probably because women typically have children and family that supports them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about, how did you come about starting Courage to Change, and when was that?
Well, I was working at New Leaf New Life. I was working on getting my degree in social work, substance misuse. And I had been working at New Leaf New Life, and that's a reentry program, really good one here in Bloomington, that helps with people coming out of jail that, don't have any resources. And so when I started doing that, I seen so many people were coming back to the same thing, but really didn't have any place to go. And I really thought New Leaf could do that, but at that time they weren't in the same situation as they are now. So me and actually as Brandon Drake started talking about, we went down and looked at another place, and we started talking about the idea of just starting. And so Brandon was moving out of one place, and he was moving out of a 1-bedroom, and just use that, And so we did. We started with moving 2 women in there, and I did it out of pocket. And then from there, I was fortunate because my parents had rental property. So I knew I could get them to rent to me. And so we rented from them. And that was good, but it was in Ellettsville, so it wasn't on a bus line, so it was more difficult. But anyway, that's the way the idea started. And then it grew.
All right. Well, how did you end up in this world of recovery anyway? I mean, what's your backstory?
Okay. Well, I've been an alcoholic mostly all my life. I mean, I knew it was at 16, I knew that I liked alcohol. When I liked it 100%.
Yeah.
There was no middle ground, you know.
Yeah.
You drank, you got drunk. And so I had dealt with that all my life. I ran a business, but I still would go to treatment when things got bad. And then I got addicted to Oxycontin. That was not really, it was the thing at that time. It was in the late 90s when
Yeah.
Oxycontin was so easy to get. And just didn't realize how addictive it was. And I do remember looking at myself in the mirror one day and going like, this is not going to get me, you know, I won't get that addicted to it. But I did. And then I went from Oxycontin to heroin. And I ended up getting a dealing charge in Monroe County and Martinsville, Morgan County. I was actually getting heroin from my husband at that time. He was in Arizona. I was in Bloomington because I didn't want to live out there. But I was still addicted, so I had to have it. So I would go get it.
By the way, did you switch to heroin from Oxy because you couldn't get Oxy anymore?
Well, I was doing when I was in Arizona, I did a lot of doctor shopping. So Arizona was big. I was in Phoenix. There was a lot of outlaying.
Yeah.
And so I did a lot of that. But heroin was cheaper.
Yeah.
So, you know, sell the Oxy, buy the heroin.
There you go.
And that's the way it worked. And at that point, then things started getting tired, you know, as far as being able to get them. But anyway, so I got arrested and I got sentenced to 10 years in Monroe County and 10 years in Morgan County. And they ran them together. And so I spent 4.5 years in prison and 6 months on house arrest. And I was, you know, I had had enough time in prison. Plus I went through what they call CLIF, Clean Living is Freedom Forever. And it's in the prison systems. So I went through that. I asked Judge Todd to put me in that. And time and healing of my brain and God, and I was done. So when I came back home, you know, there was enough damage done that, I mean, I had a business, Grimes Plumbing, and I lost everything. My home, rental property, you know, everything was gone. But I came back and just was ready to start my life. And I think prison was kind of eye-opening. I was no longer judgmental at all. And yeah, and so then working at New Leaf, I just started seeing that need. And that's, you know, and I'm fortunate. I feel like God had a lot to do with it. Higher power, but I think that you have to do that daily.
Yeah.
To stay where you need to be mentally, because life's tough, you know.
What do you think's the most important for somebody that's, you know, not sure if they're an addict or if they need treatment or if they need help? I mean, where do they start at?
Yeah. Meetings. You know, when I was an alcoholic, I mean, when I was drinking before, and I've always been an alcoholic, but I would try meetings, but I wouldn't really give myself up, you know. I really didn't share. I think you really got to find a community within the 12-step community. Bloomington's got a great one, you know. It's like no other.
Yeah.
But I think that that's the first step. If you're not ready for treatment, if you are ready for treatment, if it's messing with your life, you got a problem.
Yeah.
You know, and life is better on the other side.
Yeah. Well, do you think that people can get sober without treatment?
Yeah, but I think that they have to. I think, you know, treatment's one thing I like about treatment, and one of the things that we insist for our clients, that they have to do it. And the reason why is because it resets your mind. It resets you. It gives you what they call the tools. You know, it gives you the tools to fall back on, and also gives you just a reset in your daily life. And you know, going to meetings, it gets you used to doing that. It gets you used to sharing. So I think treatment is important.
Yeah.
You know, I really do. If somebody really wants to make it, I think that it's really hard to do it on your own, because unless you want to change all your friends and everything like that, and most people, it takes gradual time
Yeah.
to find new friends. And that way, in the 12-step community, you can find the new friends, the sponsor, the things you need to really make it.
So you think, though, that a person that's not sure, a good place to start is just to walk into a 12-step meeting and kind of listen to what's going on, and
Yeah.
you know, hear what other people's experiences are, and a lot of times you'll hear something that's a lot similar to yours.
To what you're going through.
Yeah. And you're like, oh yeah, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is the way the 12-step works, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That identification.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, what do you think the most important message is to somebody that's out there looking for some help?
You know, they can call my number anytime.
Yeah.
I honestly answer my phone 24 hours a day. And 812-391-5440. Because I will help direct you, because I've been through so much in my lifetime as far as the addiction, you know, and both phases of it. I really understand a lot about it, although I don't think anybody knows everything about, you know, because every journey is personal. But you know, reach out to someone.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that you can reach out to people in the 12-step community. You know, they're always willing to help, because that's part of our journey.
Yeah.
Is helping somebody to, you know, find a better life.
Yeah.
And somebody that they can identify with. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, also, if you're interested, call Maryland, or also leave a message. Send a message through YouTube, and we'll get back to you. And maybe, you know, we'll point you in the right direction, if nothing else, and some resources or people that can help. Or
Yeah.
if you're here in town, we'll take you to a meeting.
Yeah. Absolutely. We got lots of people who do that.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to add?
Well, I just like to say that, you know, life is a lot better when, you know, we both know that. And if you're struggling, definitely don't hesitate to call me. Okay?
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you. Thanks, Marilyn.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Yeah.